Hey, what's going on? Ryan here with Intersection Records, talking about Rod Stewart. Suggesting that he's going to retire from rock and roll, leave it behind, go into new directions musically. He's not going to retire from music, but he's going to retire rock and roll, which he is, of course, famous from. Rod Stewart is 78 years old. Rod is one of the great singers, really, of his era. He's had a 6-decade career, starting off with the Jeff Beck group, really kind of inventing heavy rock. I mean, the Jeff Beck first record came out in 1968 before the first Led Zeppelin record. And that album, Truth, is kind of the template for what Led Zeppelin did. That Beckola, the band breaks up after that point. He joins Faces. They have a great run. He goes solo, does Maggie May, has an incredible 70s career on through the 80s, into the 90s with Downtown Train and some great hits. As you may remember, 21 years ago in 2002, he does the Great American Songbook and kind of does the standards, It Had to Be You, kind of a Sinatra thing. Think about that. He was 57 then, he's 78 now. He's talking about doing that same type of thing. He did an interview with the BBC show recently and has announced that he has an album coming out with Jules Holland, a swing band type album, and that he wants to go more in that type of direction. He's currently on tour in Europe with Boy George and says that he wants to leave rock and roll behind for a while, maybe. 78, still rocking. Rod is one of the great performers. I don't know if you've ever seen him. He delivers the goods. He has the voice. He doesn't need the money. He's worth $300 million. He can do what he wants to do at this point. And it just makes me think about, do these guys know when the end is the end? Do they just love hearing their own voices talk about, I'm going to quit this and I'm going to come back and maybe I'll come back in my 80s and do it again? I hope it works out for him. He, again, can really sing anything. He can sing the phone book and it's going to sound good. Does he want to sing Do You Think I'm Sexy in his 80s? Maggie May, and Every Picture Tells a Story. Some of that takes a lot of more effort maybe than he wants. I'd like to see him do a swing album. I think Jules Holland's band would be incredible for him to work with. There's artists out there that don't know when to say when, and they use backing tracks, and they use a guy behind the curtain doing some of the singing for them, and they're addicted to the road, they're addicted to fame, they're addicted to being in the spotlight. And how can you blame them? 6-decade career. Think about that. Rod Stewart came out 66, 67. He was doing things as early as 62. And I hope whatever he does well. He will. Long live Rod Stewart. Just a couple thoughts on it. We'll have to check out that record. Peace out. Take a look at my channel if you like it. Subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the bell for notifications when my shows come out. Peace out. We'll see you later.